The Detroit Lions fill positions of need during free agency and the NFL draft, and I think that our team is better than it was at the end of the season, with more changes to come through the molding of the 53-man roster. But this video right here is a video that I think could change, if this happened, could change the whole trajectory of the Detroit Lions season. That is, if we got defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, Derek, Brad Holmes is thrifty. He's tight with the bag, and that stuff is true. And I've said this for months, that you get what you pay for, and that eventually the Detroit Lions are going to have to pay someone. Now, Brad Holmes went from working with nothing in year 1 to heading into year 4, and the Detroit Lions are projected to have the most salary cap space that we've had since him and Dan took over. The Chicago Bears had $100 million to go into the NFL offseason, and they also were the first pick in the draft as well. Now, we've already been there. We've been there a second pick. We've had the third pick. We've had the 8th pick. We've had early top 10 picks. And now with our own pick, we picked 18. We only got that top 10 because of the LA Rams' horrible season. But Brad Holmes has surprised us, taking a linebacker in the first round, taking a running back in the first round, 2 positions that we thought he wasn't going to address that early. In addition to that, we took a quarterback, not only one in the draft, but one in undrafted free agency as well. So Brad Holmes is full of surprises. That's the one thing that we know, is he's going to surprise us, because he always does. And this right here, while not probable, is possible. And this thing right here would shatter the internet when it came to power moves being made by a team that is projected to be a power team in the NFL. And I've already spoiled it. I'm talking about signing defensive tackle Quinnen Williams of the New York Jets. Now, it's coming out that the New York Jets are trying to lowball him, that they're not trying to sign him what he wants. Now, we've heard these defensive tackles, Daron Payne, Jeffrey Simmons, Jonathan Allen. We've heard these people be irritated and be upset because they're on the last year of his deal. Quinnen Williams is on the last year of his deal, and the rumors are that the New York Jets are lowballing him. Now, let's go to his contract details as of now, and then we'll look at his market value. Quinnen Williams is at the end of his rookie contract. He's going into 2023, okay? Right now, he has a salary of $9,594,000. In 2024, he's going to become a free agent, unrestricted free agent. So if we were to make a move for this guy, being a first rounder, he's going to require some draft capital. He would be on a 1-year deal, and we would have to be willing to pay him. My thing is, if he was traded, we would have to sign him, lock him up for at least 4 years. These defensive tackles are getting 4-year deals. He's 26 years old. He'll be going to 27 in the 2024 season. Okay? We didn't get Daron Payne. We didn't get Jeffrey Simmons, right? This would be a nice prize to get, okay? Now, his projected market value, and I will say that Spot Track is usually spot on with this stuff. You see what I did there? His projected market value is $26 million per season. That's his projected market salary under Aaron Donald, Jeffrey Simmons, who we talked about, Daron Payne, who we talked about, Jonathan Allen, who we talked about, right? That is his projected annual salary, okay? This is a move that if Brad Holmes was to make, it would be, in my opinion, a move telling the entire NFL that the Lions were ready to win now. See, a lot of you believe that we're in year 3 of a rebuild. I myself think the rebuild is over. We went 9-8. We were 1 punt away from making the playoffs, and people have expectations of winning the NFC North. They have us top 5 in the NFC. That is not a team that is still rebuilding. We have rebuilt. We are here. We are trying to compete. And that's what Brad Holmes is thinking as well. That's why we got Jahmyr Gibbs. That's why we got Jack Campbell. because we're trying to win now. We're trying to compete now. All right? Jeffrey Simmons is a dog, and so is Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams, in his 4 years in the league, has not played an entire season, okay? Missing 2 games in 2022 and 2021 and 3 games in 2020 and 2019, the year he was drafted. But I want you to see something. He got 2.5 sacks year 1, 7 in year 2, 6 in year 3, and 12 in year 4 from the defensive tackle position. Aiden Hutchinson got 9.5 from the edge. Nick Bosa gets double digits from the edge. To get 12 sacks from the interior defensive tackle position is a feat. And this guy is going to get the bag, okay? Now, the question that I have to you Lions fans is, would you want Brad Holmes to trade for Quinnen Williams? Me, a yes. We drafted a defensive tackle, a project defensive tackle. Why not trade for a guy that can help lock this defense down, anchor this defense for the next 4 years? While he's the anchor for the now, Broderick could be the anchor for the future. So after this contract was over, we could let him walk or do whatever for Quinnen, and then we would have Broderick to take his place. And even now, Broderick could come in and they could be in and out with these 2 guys, right? Brad Holmes has not really made a power move. A lot of his moves have been subtle, surprise moves. But he hasn't really made a power move. You could say the biggest power move he made was trading Matthew Stafford, right? But the Rams, benefited by winning a Super Bowl. I think we're benefiting as well, but ours is kind of ours is about longevity and not about the now per se when it comes to that trade. I don't think Quinnen Williams is about the now. I think he's about the now and the future. Because you're talking about the only way Brad Holmes makes this move, he's not going to put us in the Everson Griffin half-a-year rental. This would come with a deal. So the trade would come where we give up some draft capital, okay, which we're also building to those spots as well, where we can give up draft capital for players because we've built our team. Our team have a few pieces missing, but mostly it's built, right? So when you build a team through the draft, eventually you can start giving up picks to get players. You can trade them away, okay? And Brad Holmes, I will say this, Brad Holmes is not going to cripple this team. Even if he made this trade, which he probably will not, but even if he did, I have trust in Brad Holmes that he wouldn't cripple the team because he hasn't done it yet. He has not crippled this team. Everything that he's done has been strategic. Some of the contracts, I mean, here it is that we paid $1.5 million of Jeff Okudah's salary and essentially voided out his 5th-year option by doing that. Brad Holmes is a master when it comes to these contracts. Now, this guy's going to get paid. We're going to have to pay him, but how we pay him is up to Brad Holmes, and I think he can pull that off. Me, I'm like, make this happen. D-tackle, we still need one. We still could use one. And if we got Quinnen Williams in the middle, man, I'm telling you, this stuff excites you. Even though the possibility is not likely, this would be a stunner, man. And this would show the world that we are here. We're not coming, we're here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you want Brad Holmes to trade for Quinnen Williams? Let me know. I would. I would love this. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. We're on the way. We have crossed 10.8, trying to get to 11,000 subscribers by the release schedule, which is Thursday. So consider subscribing if you haven't already. And as always, go Lions.